Real Wisconsin sports talk from real Wisconsin cheeseheads. The Talking Cheeseheads on cheeseheadtalk.com.
Time now for new cheesehead rules for the week. Yes, it's Tuesday, and every Tuesday on the Talking Cheeseheads, we put into place some new rules that should be there, probably always should have been there, and we make sure that the world knows about them. So here we go. And to do so, of course, we need some good background music, so there we go as well. Anyway, new rule for the week. If you're a big league pitcher, okay, and you need 4 pitches to hit your target, which is a big league hitter, you might consider not being a big league pitcher anymore. Ryan Dempster needed 4 pitches to hit Alex Rodriguez, who last I checked, especially since the steroid era, is bigger than the strike zone. So, I don't know, Ryan Dempster. I mean, I know you own the Brewers, but think about it. All right, new rule. Ryan Braun has to be put on a lie detector test when he speaks, okay? I'm done with this whole thing with the stories that came out this weekend. Hook him up. Wouldn't that do something? Hook him up to a lie detector test. Have him speak where he spills his guts. Hopefully he does. Takes questions. All while on a lie detector test, or somebody behind him, signaling if he's lying or not. In fact, maybe that should have been the punishment by Big League Baseball all along. Instead of 65-game suspension, every time Ryan Braun speaks, lie detector test. He's just hooked up to one constantly. That wouldn't be a bad idea, right? New rule, Eddie Lacy is ready to go. Okay? He's ready to go. I've seen everything I needed to see from him last weekend. 10 more carries, and that's it for the rest of the preseason. You listen to Mike McCarthy? I'm getting a little paranoid about twisted ankle or turf toe flare-up or whatever the case may be. No more. He's ready. New rule, if you're a multi-millionaire person or, say, baseball player, and you can prevent a big-time story by blowing up in your face, maybe suspensions and all this stuff, say like, I don't know, biogenesis, by paying a guy a few $1,000s, maybe $5,000. Or you can prevent an old friend from suing you and bringing up a lawsuit with claims you have to defend by paying him maybe $5,000. Pay him. Pay him. It's not that hard, right? It's a tiny little pittance of what you make. Pay him. The ironic thing in all of this with the steroid story is that Alex Rodriguez, Ryan Braun, Tony Bosch probably didn't have the money to pay off the guy who hated him, was it Porter Fisher? But he just could have paid him off or asked Braun or Rodriguez to forward the money and pay this guy off, and it never would have made the paper. And then Ryan Braun's friend who's suing him now, his ex-friend, over $5,000, never would have been an issue. Ryan Braun, pay the guy. Got to have some foresight here. All right. Finally, new rule. 5-year maximum baseball on all your contracts. All right. I know the players' union's never going to go for it, but maybe the owners can take up their own personal new rules. 5-year maximum. Albert Pujols is done for the year now with the Angels. He's been a flop so far with L.A., and they're on the hook for, 7 more years and however many $100 million. I mean, it's a total disaster so far, right? And he's getting older. He's not old, but he's getting older. Meanwhile, Ryan Braun on the hook for 8 more years for the Brewers, and they got to pay him $100 million more. Who knows? You don't know that he's going to be great on the way back. You just don't know. So, and it's happened over and over and over again. Alfonso Soriano. I mean, look at all the contracts that teams pay out, shell out for length of contracts. It has to end, and the Brewers should have this rule. I think they already do pretty much, but no more than 3 years, period. Even with a guy like Ryan Braun. Look at this. All right, that's new rules for the week. Hope you enjoyed them. You can always find our entire podcast on iTunes. You go to iTunes, type in the Talking Cheeseheads. There we are. We have a full podcast each and every day. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/Talking Cheeseheads. We are on Twitter @Cheesehead Talks, and on YouTube, Talking Cheeseheads channel. Check us out for all of our videos each and every day. I'm Ben Larson. Thanks for listening. We're the Talking Cheeseheads on cheeseheadtalk.com.
The Talking Cheeseheads on cheeseheadtalk.com.